My name is Michael Wardian. I'm 41 years old from Arlington, Virginia. I got into running when I was in college. I was looking for something to do when I stopped playing Division I lacrosse at Michigan State. I wanted to maintain a healthy lifestyle, but not have to spend 3 or 4 hours a day doing it. And so running was super efficient because you could go for like 45 minutes and then go hang out with your friends. And so that's what I did. And I started trying to do, instead of like 5K, I'd do like 10K and then eventually like 10 miles. And then I just kind of became obsessed with it and it became part of who I was. So I finished my first marathon and qualified for the Boston Marathon. I also ran sub 3 hours and I was like, I ran 2:54, like I'm so fast. I went to the local running store and it's Pacers where, you know, I still hang out now. I'd like see them at some of the races and they all looked like super fit and they had like singlets on and they looked like proper runners. You know, they had like the super high shorts with like the big slits in them. And I was like, hey, I want to be on your running team. And they're like, dude, you're not fast. That was my first goal. And I was told basically you're not good enough, which just inspired me to like go to their workouts and try to make the team. And it took me about 8 months. I ran a 10-mile race that I heard all the guys were gonna be at, and I ended up beating all the guys, and they're like, hey, do you wanna be on the team? And I was like, yes, that's all I wanted, was to be on this silly team. Like, this is amazing. This is like the pinnacle of my life. Like, yes. From that point, my running has evolved and I've become faster, and I went from 2:54 to 2:30 to 2:20 to qualifying for the Olympic trials to dabbling in ultra marathons to competing on 50K, 100K world teams for the US to now having the amazing ability to travel around the world and get to compete against the best people. It's like a dream come true. It's pretty incredible because it's something that I think anyone can do. Like, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And if you're consistent about your training and you work hard and you do the right things, you'll be surprised where running can take you. There's like that, stupid quote, like, I want to die with like scars all over my body and like skidding into my grave, but like, I think I want to try to see as much and do as much as humanly possible while I have the time I have. And right now that's with running and exploring the world through that way and hopefully sharing the world with my family. I've had a lot of things where like people are like, you have a full-time job, you're not going to be able to train. But I've always had like a full-time job and been able to train at a high level and compete at a high level. And then, I got married and, oh, you're not going to be able to do it anymore. And then you have kids and it's like, oh, you're never going to be able to be the athlete you were before. And I think if you prioritize and you make it a part of who you are, it's completely possible. And I think that hopefully people can look at what I'm doing, or people like me, or anyone really, and find inspiration that, it doesn't have to go away.